So here I am on Fisher Lane, going down the White Pine Trail, which very soon becomes the Wildwood Trail. This particular stretch of the Wildwood Trail has been closed for months. I think they closed it originally back in February. We're now almost to November. Today's the 28th of October as I'm making this little walk. That's 2019 for future reference. And it's a beautiful day here in Portland today. It's quite cold, but very clear, and blue skies up ahead, up above, with magnificent colors this year. So we're 2.5 minutes down the trail from Fisher Lane up in the main part of the Arboretum. And we're getting pretty close to where the bridge goes over Burnside, the new Barbara Walker Bridge. Beautiful footbridge. And you can begin to hear the traffic that's zipping along Burnside, either 3 or 4 lanes. And especially the downhill side goes really fast. Cars whiz by going around the curve at about 40, 50 miles an hour sometimes. And for the last 20 years that I've lived in the neighborhood, if you wanted to hike up to the Pittock Mansion, you would have to dart across this blind curve where the trail came down. You can see the cars going by. It may not look like they're going that fast now, but on the downhill side, they can go along at a pretty good clip. So here we get our first view of the bridge. It's really lovely. It has a nice curve to it, designed by an architect who is also a trail runner. He described himself as a Wildwood Trail survivor of more than 40 years of trail running. And he's also a noted architect in addition to being an artist. So that's it. Literally under 5 minutes. You can easily walk. I did go at a pretty good clip, but you can easily walk from Fisher Lane to the Barbara Walker Bridge over Burnside. Lovely place. And I see from the notation there that it says Barbara Walker Crossing instead of Bridge, which is appropriate. I heard the architect interviewed on the radio, and he talked about this rusty patina that was already developing at the time of the interview, and it's designed to do this, so it actually protects the metal, so it will get rusty like that, and that would be a permanent part of its keel. Other elements that he talked about are, from an artistic standpoint, these green beams that come off that are reminiscent of the plant life that you just came out of in the forest. Here you can tell we're on the Wildwood Trail because here's the Blue Diamond, and if you look up from the Blue Diamond, you'll see we're at the milepost 3 on the Wildwood Trail, which is right before the bridge. The Wildwood starts down next to the Oregon Zoo, but it doesn't go in a straight line from there to here. It actually winds around and goes up behind the Japanese garden, and you can look over into the Japanese garden without having to pay the almost $20 entrance fee. Of course, you can't see all that much, but it's still a lovely view. It is a narrow trail, though, and it's kind of a long way around, so I would suggest catching the Wildwood Trail somewhere inside the Hoyt Arboretum, preferably on the north side of Fairview Boulevard, which would give you the quickest route to the bridge if that's your goal. The Wildwood Trail is the longest urban trail, and by that I mean trail within a city, in all of North America. It goes on in one direction for over 30 miles, 30.5 miles to be exact. It winds through the Arboretum, starting out in Washington Park, then goes over to the Pittock Mansion grounds, and finally into the Forest Park, where it continues for some 20 miles, more than 20 miles, closer to, I guess, 25 miles in Forest Park, which Forest Park is the largest urban park in North America. Again, a park within a city, and it has over 5,000 acres, and it's really magnificent. One of the crown jewels of the Portland Park system.
But roving, you make your own schedule. It's a chance to walk my dog.
I'm doing this little walk on Monday, October 28th, the 2019. The bridge just opened yesterday, so it's a little surprising to see a rather large number of people for a Monday work day coming out to hike in the Arboretum, but that's probably why. this time of year, the dawn redwood trees that are one of the signature trees of the Arboretum, these guys are starting to lose their needles. These are deciduous conifers. Metasequoia glyptostroboides. It doesn't have the common name, which is dawn redwood. There's a great story about the dawn redwoods that we have here in the Arboretum. One in particular is the fourth largest such tree, the fourth largest dawn redwood in the Western Hemisphere. The dawn redwood fossil was found in Oregon. They were prolific here millions of years ago, about 6 million years ago, and they were believed to be extinct for a long time. But a grove of them was found in China, and they were determined to be the same tree that grew in Oregon millions of years ago. And so they brought some here, long story short, and in 1948 they planted a number of the dawn redwoods, and in 1952 one of them produced cones, making it the first dawn redwood in the Western Hemisphere to produce cones in 6 million years. And there's a lot more to the story as well. I'd be happy to tell it to you sometime. That's the end of my little brief Wildwood Trail adventure for today. Have a great day.